Brothers and sisters, Black Power, as always, giving honor to the creator, creators, the ancestors, my sister, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my father, my in-laws, and all of my subscribers and followers and listeners and those who are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. Before I begin the video that I had initially planned to do, I want to take some time out for this young God, 1-year-old Kaylin Lee, who was swept away out of the hands of his mother during the hurricane in North Carolina. And there was some comments on Facebook criticizing the mother, saying that Dazia Lee, saying that she could have done this, she could have done that, and I no sympathy for her, and blah blah blah. But that water is a powerful element. That's why it's one of the 4 elements of the universe. And no one knows unless they have personal experience of being in a situation like that where, water becomes 15 feet high while you in a vehicle. Break all the windows in the vehicle, and the pressure, the current can just sweep anything away. It can sweep a whale away. It can sweep a shark away. And my personal understanding, I believe that she did the best that she could. I'm not convinced that she just let go because, she could. I believe she fought tooth and nail to hold on to her seed, that young God. And, he was swept away, but he was found under 15 feet of water yesterday. Nevertheless, I send my deepest energy to the young God, 1-year-old Kaylin. Right now, I'm not concerned about anything surrounding this tragedy. My energy and my heart goes out to this 1-year-old boy who himself probably fought the current, at 1 year old. And if you look, I know you can look into his eyes that, he was excited about life. And those who work with children and babies, you all know what I'm talking about. And so, the mother, I send my condolences to her. But right now, my energy and my plea to the ancestors goes to Brother Kaylin, to allow the little young God to stand and be held in the bosom of some of our iconic and our greatest figures and deities, and that may his energy and spirit live forever, because we don't know. And also another incident in Washington, D.C., where a 6-month-old baby was scalded while being given a bath by the father, which she died 5 days later. She made her transition 5 days later, and it's been ruled a homicide. And so, our babies, which we need to embrace, we need to have special concern, special protection, extra protection. for our young babies, our seeds. And that's the problem in the black community. One of the issues that we need to address is that we don't provide enough love. We don't show enough love. We rather show discipline and impress people that we can beat and punish our babies, opposed to showing the world the love you have in your heart for your babies. Because a lot of you sisters, those who will watch this video, that'll try to make up some excuse or defend yourself because you may be guilty of this, of showing more discipline than love. You know, a baby is a blessing. That's a gift from the creator, creators, and the ancestors. It's the ultimate gift of life. Because once again, you're seeing yourself. And that's why most men want a son, because they want to see themselves again. You know, and so we have to show more love. You know, let the babies know that they are loved. Let the children know that they are loved. And that will make them excel more. That'll bring the best of them because they know someone genuinely loves them. And without fear of being beaten for falling short. Whether it's in school, whether it's in home, whether it's chores or whatever. When you know, a lot of you sisters implement fear in these babies, in your children, instead of showing love. Stop taking out on the babies what's going on inside of you. You're having a bad day, your relationship or the baby's father, things may be going on that created turmoil between you and the father, or you in a relationship or whatever. You know, keep that away from the babies. Keep that energy out of the babies. You know, and show more love, show more understanding, explain more things to your children. Because every mother wants to believe that they are good and they are great mothers. But ask yourself, are you really? Do you show more discipline than love? But nevertheless, you know, we wish these babies that, you know, that have made very, very early transitions. You know, and I really don't question the creator, creators, because it's a plan for everything. It's a layout for us all. Regardless of if you in any type of religion or whatever your walk of life is pertaining to your spirit and energy. You know that there is a layout. There is instructions for us to follow. And so, you know, once again, I'll say, you know, Ashe to little Kaylin Lee. You know, and let him go ahead and do what he needs to do. You know. And as for the mother, you know, I send my condolences to you. And hope that you can be able to work through this tragic situation. So, what I wanted to talk about was and is one of the greatest, one of the worst atrocities that ever existed in black history that has been forgotten about. It is always forgotten about. And you know, that's the Tulsa, 1921 Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. You know, and I will show you in a minute. Give me a second. The Tulsa, 1921 Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. You know, and these devils always say the numbers that they use in terms of the casualties of our ancestors that perished in this act of hate and jealousy by the U.S. government. They always say it was under 100 people of our ancestors murdered, but there were thousands that perished in this event. You know, and we should never forget about that. Never. You know, our ancestors had everything. You know, they were self-sufficient. You know, the town of Tulsa was booming. The richest town in America at the time. All black businesses. And they were striving. And our ancestors, as you can see, had pride, had dignity. They were in their full element of being black gods and goddesses and kings and queens. And they meant business. They were educated. They knew, you know, some of them were extremely gifted in economics and budgeting, which they helped the entire town. And so I'm just going to name some of the things that they had. Give me a second. $600 businesses, 21 churches, 20. Give me a second. Yeah, 600 businesses, 21 churches, 21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, 2 movie theaters, 6 private airplanes, plus a hospital, a bank, a post office, schools, libraries, law offices, and even a bus system. This was how Tulsa was booming. They called it the Black Wall Street. The Black Wall Street. And so, through hatred, jealousy, these white devils destroyed the town of Tulsa. You know, but it was okay when they had Wall Street in New York, where the first commodities were slaves. You know, it was okay for that. J.P. Morgan, John Rockefeller, the Ford, you know, when it was okay when the Oppenheimers, the De Beers, the Rothschilds, it was okay when they were auctioning and slaves were the first commodity on Wall Street. No one said anything, but now in 1921 in Tulsa with the Black Wall Street, you know, jealousy and hatred and rage for black men standing up, being more, because the black man we know and the black woman is the cream of the universe, the original man and woman of the planet, the original man and woman of the planet. Everything else is a half of a carbon copy. You know, and it started through jealousy. I know you may not be able to see the photos very clear, but this is the best I can do right now. But for those who can't see, you can see most of it, so you'll understand. They started with a lying on a black man, saying that he said something to a white bitch. Now, I don't know where the white man gets that from, where our ancestors, even during slavery, had a thing for a white bitch. I will never believe that. You could never get me to believe that. Because there's no comparison for the black woman and the white woman. The white woman looks more like a white man. But nevertheless, these two motherfucking devils, these two devils here, I'm quite sure you all probably don't know who these devils are. Woodrow Wilson and Warren Harding. Woodrow Wilson was the one who ordered the bombing of Tulsa. He was the president at the time. He ordered the U.S. military to fly planes over Tulsa and drop bombs to blow and incinerate the entire town of Tulsa. This was the president. And he gave the Klan and other white militia groups permission to maim, destroy, and kill any black life in Tulsa. But let me tell you this though, because see, you know, you will always hear what these devils have done. But if you have watched Tulsa or watch any documentaries about the Black Wall Street, they will never tell you, or they never tell you, that our people fought tooth and nail, that they fought back tooth and nail. It was a lot of bloodshed. Don't think that they was looking up in the sky hollering hallelujah for Jesus while they were getting bombed. They had weapons and they fought back as best as they could. But when you have one small town against the U.S. military, because that's how the white man is. He never can deal with you one-on-one without a weapon or without others. Think about it. Think about if it was just one cop in New York that had to fight Eric Gardner. That cop would have got his ass tore up. Think if it was just one cop without his weapon that had to fight Mike Brown. That cop would have got his ass tore up. Think about if George Zimmerman didn't have a weapon. Trayvon Martin would have tore his ass up. See, they can never do nothing without a weapon or other motherfucking devils. Here you have the Klan. You have the Klan lined up with permission from the president, to go and kill any black life in Tulsa by this devil Woodrow Wilson, in which some of the Moorish Science Temple followers give Woodrow Wilson respect and honor, which he doesn't. He's a devil, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is one of our ancestors, burnt to ashes, literally to ashes. And this how it was. Thousands perished. Thousands perished. You know, if you can see this, they're taking, now it's about 100 goddamn crackers with one brother. One brother. And the cracker still was scared when he hit him in the face. He's hitting him in the face. But he was still scared that if that brother got loose, he would have fucked him up. See, that's how they are. With the police allowing that to happen. And then you always talk about everything is, you know, we all equal and it's not about black and white. I don't care what color you are and all this. Those who come out their mouths like that more than likely are coons or agents. You know, the National Guard. If you can see at the bottom of the picture where the writing is, it's a machine gun on top of the Humvee. Ready, and they used this machine gun, the National Guard, and shot hundreds of men, women, children, and babies. These are just pictures, certain clips, basically a collage of the events that took place, all the hangings and lynchings, the town blown to literally ashes, the Klan marching through, raping, stomping, pillaging, murdering men, women, children, and babies. You know, here's a picture of a little boy with his little brother. His little brother is dead. And he's walking with his little brother. He can't be no more older than 7 or 8 years old. His little brother's about 2. But he's trying to get him to safety. But not sure if he's still alive. So don't tell me that they didn't fight back. Tika Sumpter, they play on have and have nots. I give her credit. I give her credit for what she's done. Herself and John Legend and Tika Sumpter, they got together and made a documentary about the Black Wall Street. See, you have a lot of entertainers, athletes who really want to do something conscious and really want to be a part of black liberation. But a lot of them are afraid because they don't have anyone to back them up when these crackers come down on them. And so not all of them, just a handful of them, they'll just go ahead with the flow for right now. Because they, you know, most of the blacks are scared. Most of the black, especially the black men, are scared to death of this cracker. Those that are athletes, those are entertainers. So you can make a rap album and CD about killing everybody in the fucking hood. You can do all of that. You can take your young little sisters, and have them half naked twerking on your fucking music video, exploiting your goddamn sisters. You can do all that. But you will not have you'll never have the white bitch twerking. Because they won't allow that. These crackers will not allow that. And you dumb niggas go for it every time. You go and get your sisters. You go and get your friends, little sisters and nieces and, ask family members, your little cousins, do they want to be in the video? Knowing that they're going to say yeah because they need money. And you exploit them like that. Make them be half naked, twerking their asses, on anybody that has a bankroll. And you don't mind that. But you won't do the white bitch like that. And the white man is not only doing the sisters, he got brothers doing it. They got gay rappers now. Niggas twerking. Even the Sesame Street, Bert and Ernie, now they're claiming, that they are homosexuals. Puppets. But nevertheless, Tika Sumpter from Have and Have-Nots and John Legend put together a documentary about the Black Wall Street. But John Legend, I give him credit because he tries. He tries. And he's executive producer of the show Underground, which was taken off television. With niggas like Snoop Dogg saying that they are tired of slave documentaries and movies. Because, see, they don't want to see that because they hate themselves. These niggas hate Africa. These some African hating niggas. And they self-hating. But yet, he can sit up there and hug and drink wine with this white jailbird bitch, Martha Stewart, who is a goddamn criminal motherfucking white slut bitch. But he don't have a problem with that. And see, this is what I tell y'all about these niggas, man. But y'all keep buying their goddamn albums. You keep watching them on the fucking Source Awards and BET Awards. You keep watching that shit. It's nothing but an exploitation of our young. But John Legend has done a lot. He's done some things. With the Underground. He also played Frederick Douglass in the Underground show. So he done the track, some of the songs to the movie Selma. And he's put in a little work. I gotta give it to him. I don't know what type of person he is, whether he's a flip-flopper or what, but he has laid some licks down in terms of black consciousness. Far more than the rest of them. Far more than the rest of them. And then you got niggas like Steve Harvey saying they don't give a damn about slavery. But yet, I'm going to get back to that in a second. Let me just go ahead and, the Gap Band, who was from Tulsa. And the song, You Dropped the Bomb on Me. They were talking about, Tulsa, the bombing. And the Gap Band meant for the three main thoroughfare streets in Tulsa: Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. Those are the main three streets in Tulsa, the business districts. And that's what the Gap Band, that's why they named themselves the Gap Band, in remembrance of those three streets in Tulsa. Charlie Wilson and his brother, may he rest in power. And, the Gap Band was a powerful group during the late 70s and 80s. And this devil, Woodrow Wilson, who ordered the bombing of Tulsa, ordered it. And that's why when you hear brothers in the Moore Science Temple brag about Woodrow Wilson giving Noble Drew Ali the flag, he went to retrieve the flag from the White House during the Woodrow Wilson presidential years. But fuck Woodrow Wilson. That's Noble Drew Ali from the Moore Science Temple. And it's nothing against him at all. Because Noble Drew Ali was a very, very powerful brother. Very powerful. But it's just hard for me to believe that, this devil Woodrow Wilson would even let Noble Drew Ali come near the White House, let alone retrieve a flag. I don't know if it's symbolic or, or what. But, nothing towards Noble Drew Ali. Like I said, he was a great man. Great, powerful man. And then why would he let Noble Drew Ali retrieve and come to the White House to retrieve the Moorish Moroccan flag? But yet, when Marcus Garvey had the Back to Africa movement, you sent and sick J. Edgar Hoover on Garvey to destroy Garvey. So why would you stop the black man from returning to Africa, and yet at the same time allow Noble Drew Ali to retrieve the flag? But yet you put, gay Edgar Hoover on the Honorable Marcus Garvey. This dick-eating motherfucker who ate dicks till he died. A lot of people don't know that when he was buried in Arlington, may he rest in piss and shit and any type of murky ethers. But they always hand the flag to the spouse, the woman, or the mother. They gave his flag to his fucking boyfriend, Clyde Tulsa. Another faggot that was in the FBI. Him and J. Edgar Hoover were like husband and wife. Because J. Edgar Hoover, if you get the book by Anthony Summers called The Secret Life of J. Edgar Hoover, you will see how J. Edgar Hoover used to put on women's clothes and say he was Murray Hoover. Change his name to Murray Hoover. And they used to ride the trains up to New York from Washington, D.C. with young white boys, young blonde-headed white boys. And they used to, eat the white boys' balls and all this shit on the train. Faggot motherfucker. But he had played an integral part in the assassination of, he started destroying Garvey. destroying the Moor Science Temple, the Nation of Islam, the Black Panther Party, Dr. Martin King, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, both of the Kennedys, Dr. King, Garvey, Paul Robeson. He tried to get Dick Gregory, and many, many, many more of our strong black leaders. This motherfucker came into the FBI in the 20s. Marcus Garvey was his first assignment. Destroyed Garvey. So, and the thing about Tulsa, let's not forget these brothers and sisters that, perished in Tulsa. That show the black community that they can create their own town and be black owned. They showed and proved that it can be done. And so why do we have so much trouble creating our own towns where we can be self-sufficient? We are the biggest consumers on the planet. And if we just keep the money in our hood, we will be the richest people that ever lived. We will be the strongest, richest people that ever lived. Especially like Kwame Ture always talked about Pan-Africanism. If we linked up with people of color all across the globe with the same agenda, we would be the strongest race of people that the world has ever seen in this day and time. So why do we struggle so much? Because of self-hatred. Self-hatred, especially in the black family. It starts with a lot of your siblings. Everybody got siblings. And for those who are conscious and standing upright, you have siblings that are jealous of you, that hate you, that want to see you do bad, that will take pride and joy in your destruction. But for those of you brothers and sisters that are in that position, that are being hated by friends and by family and so-called friends, Shaka understands. I've undergone a lot of that. Even when I was lost, even when I was in the wilderness, even when I was behind enemy lines in these concentration camps they call prison, it was still a level of jealousy and envy by family and so-called friends. Because for those who follow me, you all know that I speak what's on my mind. I have holes in my tongue from biting my tongue over the years. Weren't more concerned about how somebody else would feel if I tell them the truth about them or myself, instead of telling the truth. And fuck how anybody feels. So, In closing, I just want to say I hope that I gave you some information on the Tulsa bombing, the Black Wall Street, and as always, as I depart temporarily from you, I always give you a hotel, Black Power.